Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Cincinnati. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
On one, right?
Right to the air is Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete.
Here we go.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow dumps it off to Mixon. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, to be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Gun.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Gotta go.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And the Dolphins rush, gets home, down he goes. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. 4th down, out comes the punter, Drew Chrisman. Back deep is Tyreek Hill.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua, the quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw and covers. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pitch it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
What? Good catch.
Big tight end Mike Gesicki. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3, it leaves him with 4th and 1. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he will have a Dolphins 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Tua's throw here, take it in.
That's all you.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. first and goal. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Here's Tua. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
Tua now, third and goal. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Also a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while, but when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating.
Let's go.
Figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Yeah, the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop him on 3rd down. Now Burrow. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders. On 4th down, Drew Chrisman on to punt. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit, and then to not even see the ball go through the post.
Come on, catch that.
For them, got to pick themselves up from that one.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Again, it's Mixon. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From midfield now, Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. This is Mixon on the draw. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Play action. It's Burrow. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. Points the target, and he has it over the middle. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Mixing up the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 2nd and 9, Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. There's a nice move, and he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now it's Burrow. Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. McPherson's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in
Come
this game.
on with
now, they got
that.
some time. The running game struggled in the first half. The opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
2 now on first down. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
From the gun to give to Mixon.
Come on with that.
Forward for a couple up past the 30. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Interception.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Let's go.
And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally.
I'll take
they've done
that.
all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far is the field goal.
Interception, come on.
Chase, but it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk.
Oh,
I keep throwing inners.
And it's intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And the Dolphins will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Now, this defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Final minute now of the third quarter. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And he'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. This is caught. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Hey, I swear.
Mike Gesicki on the pass from Tua Tagovailoa. And the Dolphins have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter. And I don't see them looking back.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 61 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
So after a run like that, I would guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game.
Come on,
didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A draw play for Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Burrow looking to pass.
Why?
Quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. Fights through him. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. They go back to the ground now with Mixon.
Why?
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Burrow will throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. McPherson's kick is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
Let's go now.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. Clock management. If they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Burrow. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.